everyone. Welcome to Straight For You, where we're giving you straightforward dialogue with an open mind. I'm your host, Miss Black Diamond. And what's going on here? We got a new additional co-host. Say who you are.
Well, thank you, first of all, for additional co-host title.
Yes.
I will take that. It is your guy, Ruthless B.K.
Ruthless B.K.?
Ruthless B.K. That's
Okay.
what I go by. You know, I give it to you ruthless.
You know? Y'all already know I'm about to act the fool with that one.
You come on with
But
it.
at the end of the day, Mr. Ruthless B.K.
And you see I'm representing. I got my black diamonds in
Oh,
for
no,
black
look
diamonds. Come
at
on
you.
now. Come on now.
Yes, come
I'm
through with the
representing.
come through.
I'm representing. I'm
Yes.
here straight for you. You know?
That part
Let's
right
do
there,
it.
and I'm loving it.
Let's
So
do it.
let the people know something about you, Ruthless.
Well, I mean, there's so many things, but one thing about me is I come from a good home, mother and father.
Okay.
And, you know, that's kind of rare now these days.
You know.
Single parent homes being a high right now. But background, mother and father. Father was a assistant principal
Okay.
for a
Teaching the
military
people.
school. Yeah.
Military.
So, yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Military school, all TC. So he did it like that. And my mom started off as like one of the top buyers for Famous and Bar.
Ooh.
And now she is a Mary Kay director.
So they got money?
So they
Can I
do
have a
all
dollar?
right. They ain't heavy.
Can
they
I
ain't
have
heavy.
Can I
We
have a
ain't-
dollar?
We ain't Rockefeller, you know, but
Well, you can't deny it now.
I can
Come
give you
on.
50 cents, but maybe not a dollar.
Ooh,
You know?
come on. You can reach it to a dollar now. Don't be like that. You can reach it to a dollar.
That's how the rich stay rich. They got to keep it to themselves.
That is true.
You know?
They are some tight pocket people, but at the end of the day, when they splurge, they splurge.
That's how they do it. That's how
But
they
I'm
do it.
happy that
you
you're
know?
part of the team
Well, thank
now.
you for having me. Thank you for
Yes.
extending the olive branch, and I will come and hopefully make you proud and the Straight For You viewers proud.
Hey,
so let's
that's
do
what
it.
we
Let's
want.
do it.
So in the meantime, between time, we're gonna get into our Straight For You topic.
Oh, we just diving in like that?
Yes, that's what we do,
gonna
because
dive
we're
on
gonna
in
get
it.
right on into it.
What if the water's cold?
We're gonna warm it up.
All right now.
That's what we do.
Okay.
That's our job. We warm it.
Warm it.
Yes,
Steam it
sometimes
up.
we make it hot.
Make it hot.
But at the end of the day, the Straight For You topic for today is wearing bonnets and flip flops considered lazy. And you know, I got to represent.
Yeah, you knew we was doing the show. You wasn't gonna
I
finish.
ain't worried about that.
You just gonna
And I sure am
come
gonna
out
come
the
in
room
here
like
like
that?
up. What they gonna do?
Oh,
What they
Lord.
gonna say?
Oh, you know.
And
they
I'm
say-
representing my color purple.
Well, that's
even though I'm a
that's
black
why we
guy.
here is Straight For You. So that's
Yes.
that's what we here to do. We here to speak, right?
Come on now.
We here to
So
speak.
let's speak on it. So what you feel about wearing bonnets and flip flops? Are they considered lazy, especially in the female type of view of watching them wear their bonnets and flip flops?
Now, I like most people caught the Monique
Yes.
segment comment about it.
Mm-hmm.
And just like that's why when you asked me to introduce myself, I told you about my mother and father. They raised me to not come out the house
Looking a certain way.
looking a certain kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, it's a representation of who you are and, first of all, who raised you.
Okay, I can
So
see that.
if you come out the house and you don't have pride in the way you look, that's a poor representation of not only yourself, but your family.
Okay, I can respect the game on that.
But to answer your question, I consider that lazy. And the message is we should have more pride. Now, we're not saying, and I'm certainly not saying if you got medical conditions or something like that, if you're sick or whatever, you know, some women may be suffering from cancer, losing their hair, and they may be insecure about that. And the bonnet is there for, you know, to cover up those insecurities.
Yes.
But we just talking about pure, I just didn't feel like it.
Well, I say this. It's going to be some stance when you just don't feel like it. You know, you might have a situation where you might need to do a quick run, and you don't feel like you just have to be all completely dolled up from head to toe. Like, if I'm going quickly to the grocery store, say, for instance, it's in the middle of the night, and I'm already got my stuff all geared up for so-called bed, but I need to go get something real quick. Why not just go ahead and go get it real quick? Why have to get all dolled up and prettied up for a slight moment where hardly nobody's going to be around?
I don't want the viewers to think that you got to be dolled up. I'm not saying makeup and get dolled up and Dolly Parton and all of that. We talking about at least you going out and you never know who you going to run into or who going to be there or when it's going to be time that a door is open and they're going to be looking at you like, what? I can't give you this opportunity because I don't know if that's how
like,
it's gonna be.
what if that little bonnet cover up the madness underneath, because everybody ain't going to have a great hair day every day.
Don't come out the house.
What?
Instacart.
That's dirty. Like,
get it delivered.
Or
something
better
like
yet,
that. Bring somebody with you, tell them to run into the store or something like that.
Or better yet, say for instance you part of a gathering and you gotta trying to protect your hair until you get to that gathering, because you have situations where you like, say for instance you part of a wedding and until the wedding starts you have to wear certain things to cover up yourself or make sure it's protected till the event happens.
Now that's different.
But how do people know?
Different.
That's like a assumption. A lot of people assuming different things but don't know the reality of what that person is going through or doing. Like you said, a medical condition or just a slight event that they have to run to, or just a quick. What if they like a mom and kids just crying and doing all this other stuff and they just want to get away for a hot second and just
run a comb through it before you get away.
Word on the street, say what?
Run a comb through it before you go.
So we gonna go there.
Get a natural comb.
Okay, so we're gonna go there.
Get a comb. We gotta go. This is straight for you.
That is true. So we're gonna be straight for you for these men out here looking like fugazis also.
We
with their little do-rags and everything
and they
gel house shoes that Kanye made for you.
Absolutely. Them Yeezys.
At the
absolutely.
end of the day,
we got to
I'm
take
like,
accountability
come on now.
for all parts across the board.
Yeah, because a lot of people want to go hard on the image of the female looking so-called lazy, and I get the old school representation, like, because again, me having a child, I get on them about how they look outside.
Absolutely.
And I do understand some situations where we just gotta go out there real quick and come right back in. And if it was an opportunity I missed, it wasn't just meant for me at that moment in time. That's how I feel. It's not like I have to be glamorous all the time. But like I said, majority of the time when you see me with the scarf, or even like say for instance, when I came and got you, I had on my bonnet. Mm-hmm. The reason I had on my bonnet because I just did my hair. And it was still wet and it's cold outside. So I didn't want to get sick. And
I think it's the overall presentation. It's the bonnet with the slippers, with the pajama pants, with a blanket wrap. It's the abundance,
the sleepiness of it all.
Yeah,
because I did have on some sweatpants and I did have on some proper clothes. I just covered up my head.
The white ring around the mouth, the ashy lips. It's like it's all of that put together as not
the white ring.
Keep going.
I'm just saying.
It's the abundance of things that shows the lazy.
Yes, I can respect that.
It's not just the one thing. Okay, we get you throw on your flip flops, but at least you're decent looking. We ain't saying you got flip flops on and you got a full dress or something like that with makeup. Yeah. It's not the one thing. I think it's the abundance of things.
But they also, like I stated, it's not one sided, it's both sides. Because you got the men that coming out there with the white beater with the holes in it, and the holes in the socks, and like I said, the gel house slippers on. Yeah. Because why are we buying them stuff from Yeezy? But anyway, they look like slave stuff. It's like he's trying to put us back in slavery. But that's neither here or there.
We could go into a topic on that.
But I'm saying guys need to represent just like the females represent. It shouldn't be like one-sided.
No.
But it's for some reason we are the focal point. Why is that?
And I want to say it's because the female image is the image that is portrayed most. You guys are the sexiest of the genders.
Okay.
Your look. Yeah, your look is what is America. Everything about the female image is plastered TV shows, commercials. You can't sell nothing nowadays without a female presence.
Yeah.
So, because there's so much focus on that, that's why when you see a female and it's like, come on now.
Yeah.
You're not
but you don't think
fuddly.
But I'm just saying, you don't think we feel the same way about a guy? Like, I literally was in line about to get my little Mexican corn. Mm-hmm. And this guy, he just, you could tell he had on pajama pants that had cats in the universe on them, with a beater with dirt all on his, and had on slippers.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at him like, I guess you guys would look at us like, yo, you can do better. Come on now. I know he probably just getting a quick run to get some corn, but
no, it ain't no excuse for that. It ain't no excuse for that. You know, we got to stop making excuses for things. You can't come out the house with dirty stuff. It don't matter.
Do you think we just too hard on people and just too soft?
We but in this scenario, I think this is one of those topics where you have to be real. You have to be hard about certain things. This is a presentation, and a lot of folks, depending on your the race or what you're by, it doesn't take too much for us to go 4 steps down.
But the thing about it, you was raised a certain way. Maybe they family don't think that way. They happy with just being free and being not necessarily having to clean themselves every day and all this stuff. Because I been in households like that. They don't clean themselves daily. They cool with the idea of just going out there looking like anything and everything. The only time they look kind of spruce it up is for an event or something of that nature. But
well, at least they do that. Cause some folks come to an event and still be the same. Like, I'm gonna be comfortable. I'm who I is.
Yes, and they get very defensive on the fact that somebody brings up, can you represent a little bit better for yourself?
Yeah,
because Monique took a lot of heat for the bonnet thing, but I think the situation was, I understood where she was coming from, but yet I understand both ends. Because at the end of the day, some situations, maybe it's a rush situation where you're going in and coming and going out and coming back in, or like you said, it might be a medical condition that we don't even know. Mm-hmm. And also too, if you want to really go back, let's go back way in history during slavery time. The women were taught to wear things on their head to cover up their hair because they felt like it was alluring for the white men getting with the black woman then. So they had to wear scarves and some kind of things to cover up their hair. And for us, I think over a period of time, it came more symbolized as a protective style versus a shackle to hold you down.
Absolutely.
You know, if that makes sense.
A little bit. And I mean, we can even go back when the sponge curl rollers and stuff like that. Before it was the bonnet, women would have the sponge curl rollers.
Go out
and go to the. Now you go into the grocery store, but you
just
got the
with
sponge
the rollers
all in there. It's the same thing, and I think, like you said, Monique caught a lot of heat because people missed the message.
Yeah, they did.
People start adding on things that's not what she talking about. Well, what if you rushing out? What if you doing it? No, the message is you just plainly not caring about your appearance.
Especially going to the airport. Like,
that's what it is. That we just got to center on that message. If you got other excuses and situations, she's not talking about that.
Well, you know, we gotta, as straight for you, we gotta play both ends.
Yeah.
You know, can't be slightly biased on the situation because, again, some people don't want to be all did up just to go, like, say, for instance, on a flight. They want to be comfortable, put on their sweatpants. I've seen them with house shoes, night pants, the whole bing bong of bonnets and like scarves and
it's not about being
teddy bears
up.
And
they had a teddy bear and all. And you 37 with a teddy bear, you gotta let that go, babe.
You think they might have to let that go, but that might be their sense of security get over a fear. You get what I'm saying? I sometimes look outside of the box. Maybe that's they have to get comfortable in order to go through that ride. Because some people have a fear of flying. So that's why we have these little what they call them animals, security. What?
The bomb sniffing dogs and stuff.
Not the. You know when you can bring a pet on the flight with you.
Really?
Because you have anxiety.
You better get some anxiety medicine.
They be bringing all types of, but at the end of the day,
sedate them. That's what they need, a nurse on the flights to come by. If your anxiety is up, we'll sedate you.
They do not need that stress because at the end of the day, maybe it's a comfort thing. Maybe it's a environment. That's what they used to in their environment. And like you said, your mother and father taught you the value of your looks and your appearance coming out the door. Versus some people don't experience that or go through that type of knowledge.
And it's a family thing because my grandmother was big on that. And God rest her soul, that's one of the lessons I took away. She said, you ought to want to look your best.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just coming to church, because now even people don't even look their best coming to church.
They don't look their best going in a lot of places at the end of the day.
They don't even have consideration for God. So, let alone themselves.
They did say, God said, come as you are. Yeah. And maybe that's how they feel comfortable with.
Come as you are, but don't come less than you are.
Where did that go?
Sometimes you gotta read into that word.
Yes, okay? But again, it's the upbringing and how everybody is just like you said, back in the day, a lot of people took pride on especially black folks. Absolutely. They was clean from head to toe. Absolutely. They didn't want to represent nothing beyond the best of the best. Exactly. And over time, a lot of people just got lazy with it. And especially the idea of back then, a lot of elders were taking care of the younger generation. By that time, they're tired. They don't want to be fussing with them. They don't want to be dealing with all that drama because they've been through the struggle on the outside and inside, so they've been lax on the newer generation. Okay. And I think that was probably formulated to be where we are today with the comfortability to go out there looking any kind of way. Because, again, I ain't going to lie to you. I have my moments when I just dash and come back, you know. But I don't wear a bonnet. I wear my scarf. I put my scarf on my head. Especially if my locks ain't like fresh. I ain't finna front. I'd rather you see my scarf wrapped up nice on my head with my hair pulled up versus me just walking out there and just sticking up everywhere. That's just my opinion. No, and you agree with that. Got some guys that feel the same way. They gotta look fresh. That's why they wear they do-rags and stuff like that. Where their hair don't look right, what they do? They put a cap on, they put a do-rag on, they do something. And so let your hair be sticking up. What you gonna do? I'm
gonna have something on it, but the rest of my ensemble is gonna be up to par. Yeah. I'm not gonna have a suit on. Yeah. But I'm gonna have at least a nice clean t-shirt on. Yes. I'm gonna have some pants on. They're gonna be, waist above. I don't wear my pants on my stomach. But I'm at least, let you see the polos. I gotta let you see that I got the polos on. But that's a different story.
No, that's part of the story too. Because even though we talk about bonnets and flip flops, we still gotta iterate on the guys too. What is the thing is showing your? Because that's a prison thing, from my understanding. That's invitation to show that you are inviting a guy to come be a part of that experience in a sense. Correct. So why are we taking that and thinking it's fashionable to show have your pants so low underneath your booty or halfway down your booty that I can represent and see your crack if need be? I ain't telling you to put it all the way up like grandpa. Right. You can show a little lining of your boxers.
That's it.
But to have it so down that I can see your booty cheek with the crack.
Have it down. Have the pants down to your ankles.
Yeah. So what's up? Pockets. You a man, so what's up with that?
See, that's something I don't pertwine in. I'm not into the sagging all the way down like that. Now, you mentioned something before about how there is a thing like you talked about the prison thing. Now, black people are known for taking a bad thing and trying to revamp it and make it a good thing. But this really ain't a good thing. I agree with that. It could have been. It could have been.
It's straight booty. Looking at your booty crack ain't hidden.
Ain't hidden, but they take something that's a negative thing and try to turn it and make it a fashion thing or a trendsetter thing in the generation. Yeah. I'm not with it. I understand. Kind of like that's why I mentioned that you said something back, how they take a negative thing. Black people was left with the bad parts of the animal, and that's how they made chitlins and
food.
all of that.
Not
That's soul food.
Yeah.
All of that type of stuff. So we take a negative thing for some reason and try to put a spin on it and make it a positive. But some things we can just leave that to the side. We ain't gotta. This is bad. Let's leave it bad. It ain't no need to try to revamp and change history with it.
We fall in trap. Like, again, I have to reiterate on the Kanye, aka Ye, or Ye, aka Kanye West, how he has his clothing line that look like slavery clothes, and people see it say look like slavery clothes, but we buy it. Not we, because I ain't buying this shit. Right. But at the end of the day, the shoes, I don't know what they call them little slippers that guys be wearing and females wear nowadays. I don't know. If you put them together, those are shoes that they have in prison. But you paying hundreds of dollars for something that these prisoners get for that. They don't want them shoes. They don't. But you out here paying for that.
And I think it's a celebrity thing. I think, Yeezy has followers. He has people that worship him. They're trying to start a religion or something, a Yeezy religion. So if you got that type of power, you can put a turd on a shoe and sell it, and people will wear it.
Well, he did make the Poopity Doop song, and everybody poop, Scooby Doop, that start, and they thought it was a hit, yo. So I get it, but moving forward, now it's time for us to at least pick one of the outside perspectives when we give a straight for you question which about the bonnets and the flip flops to a male and a female. So I'm gonna let you pick which one you want, the male or the female.
Let's go, since we talking, it's kind of related to the female. Let's go ahead and go with the female first. Yeah,
but anyway,
latest first. Latest choice.
All right, so our straight for you female perspective is anonymous. Okay. She wants not to be known, okay? Oh, ain't nothing wrong with that. But anyway, Miss Anonymous stated, it's funny how guys want to complain about a female when she dresses down and is in her comfy clothes, when they go around looking like Doughboy from Boys in the Hood all the time, and get offended when they try to holler at you and you say, boy, bye. Again, Miss Anonymous said, it's funny how guys want to complain about a female when she dresses down and is in her comfy clothes, when they go around looking like Doughboy from Boys in the Hood all the time, and get offended when they try to holler at you and you say, boy, bye.
Well, it's funny, Miss Anonymous, that you think that guys complain. I think where I would come from and where some other guys would come from is that it's not a complaint. It's a suggestion that we want to see you looking better. We want to see a better representation of you. And it's not a complaint. It's not a complaint. We ain't saying we ain't gonna talk to you because you got on a bonnet or you got on pajamas or something like that. That's not a complaint. It's a complaint when it's like, come on, baby, you can do a little bit better.
But also, too, on her stance where I can, me, I play both ends. I get what she's saying as far as, like, how dare you have the nerve to come at me sideways when you're looking similar, but in a guy stance of me. How dare you try to check me when you're not even checking yourself? You out here in the streets with the sagginess, with the loose and holy and clothes and smelling like God knows what, having poo-poo stains all in your underwear and everything else. And I'm just saying.
Y'all take, and sometimes the thing is you take it and then you run with
it. Of course, because at the end of the day, when the first person feel offended, they gonna either, they gonna say something or they're gonna walk away. But at the end of the day, I'm just saying for her stance, I get it. How, in a sense, like, you out here complaining about my looks and my representation, but you need to set a bar for yourself also.
If the person is coming to them at the same standard.
Yeah, that's pretty much what
But if they're not coming at them, if a guy come up to you, you got a suit on with it, hey, babe, I want to see you do better.
And you do have some women like that. Right. Or you got some women that come to a guy like, hey, babe, or hey, boo, need to kind of sprucing it up a little bit. And the guy's like, fuck you, bitch. You know, this world is, excuse me, I had juicy mouth. This world had, I got,
right.
But anyway, so this world is just like, it's hard and sensitive at the same time. It's like you gotta be careful who you approach in certain stance. You gotta observe them before saying something to them, because it's a lot of trauma and a lot of situations going on. But I get your stance fully, you know, as far as making sure you are the best you.
Yeah, exactly.
But some people don't feel or have that confidence that they are the best. What about those people?
You don't have, and I think that's what sometimes we're worried about, trying to be the best or trying to look the best and be the best. You just have to be decent. You just have to.
But what if that is they decent in their mind?
Then that ain't that. I mean, come on.
See,
now.
but I'm saying some people
we gotta be honest.
Yeah, honesty is there.
We gotta be honest.
But at the end of the day,
you can do better. You know.
What if they stay better?
Because maybe they don't know better. So we gotta let them know so they can do better. Because if you do, you know better.
And you do better.
But
at the end of the day, you know, the conversation can be presented, and like you stated, somebody can take offense just so quickly.
And I think that's just gonna be the consequence we have to deal with. That we're just gonna have to know that, hey, when we try to do good, everybody's not gonna perceive it. You know, when you open the door for a woman, she ain't got to say thank you.
But it's polite for her.
But it's polite for her to say thank you. And you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
And not everybody is gonna partake and congratulate in you trying to do something genuine and helpful.
Yeah.
But you still do it. And you gotta take the hits, you know? If we're gonna help each other and we gonna rise as a race, as people, whatever we gotta do, we gotta know that we're gonna have to take some hits too.
That's true.
When we do good.
That's true, because down to, like you said, the opening of the door situation, I've seen that, and they just keep walking.
Keep on walking.
Or better yet, the guy gets in front of you and don't even hold the door at all. Or, you know, it's just a double-edged sword. You can politely turn a guy down on something, and they call you all sorts of names outside your name. Yeah. It's just like this world has a lot of complications as well as good things. But on that note, we're going to pinpoint this conversation because it's now time for our Straight For You sponsor highlights. Okay. So we'll see you pretty soon. Peace. Straight For You, where we're bringing you straightforward dialogue with an open mind. I'm your host, Ms. Black Diamond, along with my additional chocolate co-host,
the Ruthless B.K.
Hey, Ruthless B.K. Yes.
How y'all doing?
And we are definitely happy to have an addition to the family. Yes. Thank you for coming. Hand claps to you. Yes. So, yes, everyone. So, again, we was talking about on the first half about wearing bonnets and flip-flops considered lazy. You know, we went in on both ends. Yes, we went on both ends as far as like the women, mainly Ruthless was going in on the women. I was just playing. But at the
some
end,
of y'all.
Yeah, some of y'all, not all y'all. But you
lotion on them heels when y'all wearing them flip flops. You know,
and y'all men gotta put it all over y'all body, like everywhere. You seen the crust on some of y'all legs?
Have you seen the crust on the back of them heels of some females?
I'm glad I ain't part of that.
They be sparking fire when they walk.
Hell, all of them be sparking fire and flakes and snows and everything, you know. But at the end of the day, you know, we continuing on the conversation of the laziness overall.
Correct.
And we just letting you know, for a shock factor, due to Monique's situation when she mentioned about the what?
about the bonnets, the blankets.
Yes.
Those flip-flops with the fur on them.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's raccoon or possum fur.
I thought it was red. Who knows?
I
But
don't
at the
know
end
what
of the
them
day,
flip-flops, what that fur is on there.
but she said
goat fur or something. I don't know what it is.
And not to bring her back under the bus of what she said, because we just chiming in on everyday life conversation, because we do see these things out in public.
And we're starting to see it more frequently. And that's scary.
Have you ever thought that maybe due to the controversy of it, people trying to make a statement with it, maybe possibly?
Maybe it could be.
Yeah,
I won't take that. Maybe it could be a comfortability statement. I want to be comfortable wherever I go. But, that's the thing. Sometimes you can be comfortable in certain things and still look decent. We don't have to be comfortable like we at home when we not at home.
Well, at the day,
okay.
I'm gonna make my statement. I go against the grain. I might just go in there with, because I sometimes wear because I like guy pajama pants. And you see me skate in them.
Yeah.
And they are some comfortable things,
But
you see my hair
is put together. There you go. You was already in there.
Because I tie up my shirt and I got my hair, my little lashes and stuff going on. But at the end of the day,
sex appeal is there.
Yes, you can make it sexy comfortable.
There we go. That's it. It's a presentable thing.
Yeah,
it's a decent thing. Like I say, you ain't had to have on your Sunday's best.
Yeah.
You ain't got to have on your tutu. Or whatever you need to, you ain't got to do that. It's just looking decent. That's what we talking about here.
Because I ain't going to even much lie. I do like to see some of the comfortable wear men wear with the little slides and, with the gray sweatpants and the beaters on with the chest all like, yes, honey, yes. Let me just rub on that.
There you go.
But long teeth clean and smelling good.
The rest of you got to be put together. If you gonna downgrade in one aspect, so if you're gonna downgrade in the clothing.
Yes.
If you're gonna have a tank top or whatever like that, then this got to be right.
Yes.
This got to be washed and the crust out the crevices
that
and
part.
Everything out the eyes.
Because you can't deny. You might like to see a woman in a little nice little sweat gear, her shirt all like fitted and looking hella comfortable. Even though she might have on her slides, she looks still making a little sexy statement.
She got on the lotion and she's smelling good and all of that. Oh, indubitably, yes.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yes.
So we can't deny the comfortable look is appealing. It's just a half and half representation of it.
We got to have a balance.
Okay, respect, not looking like a whole fugazi in this. Because Lord knows we seen it on all ends, women and men. Mm-hmm. They hella comfortable. I'm about older. If you smell with it,
and that's something we got to address. That's a lack of laziness.
Yes,
you can't
that's
even
lazy to me.
Attempt to put something on,
If you know you that strong in the armpits, find something. And I know some people it's a culture thing, but God, you heard my pause.
Yeah, because when them odors hit you, there is a pause.
Yes, because it's so disrespectful to my nostrils, and then they want to hit your taste buds. Because I don't know why I do that. And I was like, no.
For black people, some of us, we got that wide nose.
Oh,
so
yes.
they get all up in there.
And you just about have a tear come out your eye. But at the end of the day, the stance on the bonnet, I understand people going to do what they want to do and live how they want to live, as long as they taking care of their business and moving forward on that. Mm-hmm. But don't be mad or surprised when people are coming at you hard about certain stance of what you got going on.
Yeah.
That's all. You got to take the good and the bad. Even though you're comfortable, somebody might think it's fine. Somebody might think it's just like, oh my God, what is they got on? But as long as you happy, that's my stance. And smell good.
Yeah.
That's my biggest stance. Don't come out here in these streets smelling like Lord knows what and thinking it's going to be okay and we supposed to be okay with it. Unless you're homeless, then you can get away with it.
Even sometimes then, you can't get away with it. Bad smells you can't get away from, period. So.
That is true. So moving forward, now we're going to go into the straight for you male perspective. Okay. Oh Lord, here the dogs. You got that right.
Where my dogs at?
Yeah,
You know.
Yes.
Come on.
So the male perspective of today, his name is Chris.
There we go. Chris ain't anonymous.
Well, hey.
There we go.
Chris want to be known, but he didn't give his full name.
That's all right. That's something.
He didn't give his full name.
He ain't give anonymous.
Well, at the end of the day, Chris said.
What's up, Chris? Big ups, brother.
He said, "Yeah, women be lazy with that shit when they ain't on a man hunt in the store with scarves and baggy sweats and shit." But tell them there's a party or event where they can meet brothers with money. That shit.
Come on, Chris. Keep it coming.
That shit kicks in reverse quick, and Ghetto Isha turns quickly into Beyonce with a quickness. Okay, Chris said again. Yeah, women be lazy with that shit when they ain't on a man hunt in the store with scarves and baggy sweats and shit. But tell them there's a party or event where they can meet brothers with money. That shit kicks into reverse quick, and Ghetto Isha turns quickly into Beyonce with the quickness. All right, Mr. Chris, I'll let you get this first stance.
Chris, salute, brother. Hey, hey, man. Hey, that's what it's about. I mean, he's speaking his opinion.
Okay,
I know some of the females might be a little upset with that, but you gotta look at it. Ain't every female. He talking about certain ones, obviously that pertain to.
He said women.
Yeah, well, okay. We talk about the women that pertains to. I clean it up for you a little bit, Chris. That's my job here, being an alpha male and giving that male perspective. I'm gonna clean it up a little bit.
Let me take a drink for Chris.
Go ahead, take one. Let's take one for Chris. Let's give a drink for Chris.
Because Chris about to get this fire.
Oh my God! Don't worry, Chris. I got your back, brother.
Chris, y'all. Lazy and shit and want to turn from Ghetto Isha to Beyonce when men in the building have money. Okay, bitch.
Well, men come with them dollars. Women clean up mighty nice now. Okay,
let's go. Like nowadays,
just saying,
it's on both ends, brother. You know, because at the end of the day, it seems like there are plenty more male bitches out here, you know, trying to use women for money and things of that nature. But the only difference between a male point of view versus female point of view, we kind of try to help clean up the man in a sense. The woman wants to be the nurturer and be like, I can help him out. Even though he looking like a fugazi right now, I can help him get to be that gentleman, that GQ style type of guy. But y'all say y'all don't like women all like dressed up and looking, we're all faking and all this other stuff going on. But at the end of the day, you know, they're not gonna always look like Beyonce 24/7. It's gonna be some times where we want to be comfortable and laid back on our stance, just like you like to sit on the couch with your hands in your goddamn pants.
Absolutely.
And things like that.
Mine.
We have the right to be comfortable. We don't have to be out here with heels on 24/7 trying to strut and got our toes all crunchy and hurt, trying to impress all that in 24/7, 7 days a week, trying to impress with y'all. And you talking about somebody with some money. Half y'all don't have any money and faking out here in these streets like you got it like that. Just to get some punani. Okay? Everybody faking and phoning. Not everybody.
I'm about to say now. Come on now. Hey, everybody ain't faking.
I lied. Not everybody. Majority of the people out here, you know, out here in these streets are faking and phoning. And how you have the nerve to think that because your dollars, she out here trying to floss. But you do got some women out like that now. Don't
it
let
ain't
me get it
tricking if you got it. Okay, we'll start it from there.
Yeah, if it ain't tricking if you got it, that's both women too.
That's women too. You know. But at the same time, we not talking.
Well, I'm talking
about.
At the end of the day,
talking about the women.
At the end of the day, because I didn't say women, I said wearing. Because you got men wear bonnets
we
too.
Still talking about
you got men wear flip flops too.
They do.
Okay,
they do.
Straight for you.
Chris didn't say women had to be together 24/7. They had to be Beyonce 24/7. Wear the heels 24/7.
He said women be lazy. He said women be lazy with that shit.
That don't mean we take it to 10 that they have to be.
No, he went to 10 because he said that shit with the scars and baggy sweats. Hold on, stores. Go to the stores with scars and baggy sweats and shit. Mm-hmm. But telling them that there's a party and event, they be brothers with money and pretty much want to kick it in reverse. Bitch, yeah, it's a party. What, I supposed to go there with the baggy pants at the party?
No.
What, I supposed to look like comfortability at the party?
But we talking about you go out in public with that lazy stuff.
And the men go out there with that lazy stuff with the pants hanging down their booty and straight invitation to the crack. What about that?
That's true. Some of them do too. And we have to address them too. Well, they shouldn't do that.
That's
but
why
at the same time, it's the women. And first of all, the women are looked at.
Okay, men are looked at too.
Not like women are. We are not portrayed like women are.
We're not looking at y'all like y'all looking at us.
No, I'm talking about in America, in everything. Women are portrayed. No, it's not. It's the truth.
Man,
it's the truth. Women are portrayed more as beautiful sexual creatures. Men ain't portrayed as beautiful sexual creatures. That is true, because we are beautiful sexual creatures. Not when y'all got that bonnet and them sweatpants and the crusty eyes and the pajama and the whole ensemble.
Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, wait a minute. You ain't gonna go there about the women like that and think it's gonna be okay. Women. You just said about the crusty eyes. What about the men with the crusty eyes and the funky booty holes and everything else?
They got it too.
Okay, then we ain't gonna be just by all up on the women and not the men.
It's not all stuff on the women. It's not all up on the women. It's a lazy thing in general. Because lazy is a condition.
Because I will rewind this.
That's fine. We can rewind it. We talking about everybody.
Okay, because I'm talking about everybody.
We're going to talk about on the women tip too. We'll address everybody. Everybody can get it.
Okay, thank you.
This is straight for you. Everybody can get it.
That's all I'm asking.
Ain't nothing off top. The kids get it.
The elderly get it.
The parents who be dressed head to toe. Got on the latest Jordans, and then they had their kids out and don't have them together. Come on now. Let's go then. Because you wanted to go to it all.
I want to go.
I mean, there's 52 cars in the deck. Let's get them all then.
Let's put it all on the
That's
line.
laziness. How you going to have yourself all together, but then bring your child out, and they got a dirty diaper on.
Come on.
They ain't got the good shoes on it. They ain't got no shoes on their feet half the time.
Dirty, snot
kneecaps, ashy on the baby. We starting them off already. Maybe that's why some of these people grow up.
Thank you. That's all I'm saying.
And end up now being adults who don't take care of themselves because they weren't taking care of themselves as children.
That's all
the responsibility of parents. That's their responsibility.
Thank you, sir.
To take care of the child.
You just proved my point in so many words. Thank you.
Well, okay. That's fine. It's straight for you. We talk about it all.
Because that's all I'm trying to get to. Like, it's not just a female thing. It's not just a male thing. It's a person thing in how they were raised, or not even necessarily how they raised. Because you got some, like I said on one episode, you got some parents that do it all. For their kids, and they still turn out to be something more than what they expected. Correct. So
spoil them too much or whatever like
that. Or
that.
just society, they just want to fit in.
True.
And if they see a bunch of laziness as far as like disheveledness within their peers, they want to fit in. So they probably do the same thing, you know. Because back in our time, if we came a certain way in school, we get talked about.
Correct.
They don't have them options nowadays because it's considered bullying.
And it's a little bit different now because back then we didn't have the camera phones and the social media and all of that now. So you can just really embarrass somebody to the point of no degree.
That was local, but now it's international because once they do it locally, they got to worry about somebody filming it like you stated. Correct. And then you got the cyber people on there saying their piece, and it just go viral.
And folks is mean now. They don't pull no punches. So that's why the lazy. So if you're gonna be lazy, you got to realize there's some folks out here who ain't gonna pull no punches and gonna embarrass you and make folks feel bad. And we right now in the generation where everybody on mental illness, you know, 1 out of 5 women are taking some type of antidepressant medicine or something.
Men too. Like let's say people, because I remember our conversation earlier. There is no like distinct of gender distinct of age. You know how you can say that's a race thing? Like,
right.
You see that in an Asian, or you see that in a white person, or you see that in a black person, or a Mexican, or something like that. It's no, like, Pacific. It's all gray. It's all mixed in, jumbled in. You don't know who's who. Because back in the day, when you thought of a serial killer, right? What race you thought that was?
You thought it was the white.
Okay,
you
now
thought it was the white one.
Now it's all races of mixtures of you don't know who is who and what is what.
That's true.
And it's kind of like, it's really sad because this world has become so soft in the shoulders.
Correct.
They can't stand fast and hold the weight anymore.
Yeah.
And
it's, you can't. It's supposed to be a country with freedom of speech.
Yeah.
But now you speak your piece and you got to worry about getting canceled or sued or something. It's like all of that stuff. So it's like we can't let that silence us at the end of the day. Because there's still people out there who say what the hell they want to say and they get away with it or whatever. They don't care.
But even what you saying, the freedom of speech, we have freedom of speech, but there are standards within that conversation. Because you do have people that go above and beyond saying some highly disrespectful things.
Absolutely.
And hurtful things and harming things that could get people killed. So with that being said, you have to have the standards on that.
Yeah.
But the little simple things of saying a joke here and there, hell, one episode when we talked about the Dave Chappelle situation.
Dave Chappelle.
Like, he's a comedian.
Yeah.
He's a straight up comedian, and it's to the point that I can't even enjoy the comedians like we did back in the day because they got to be sensitized on what they say.
But that's why we respect those comedians, because they still say what they say.
Yeah.
There's much respect for Dave Chappelle than going against the LGBT, Dragon Ball Z, whatever, all of that. I mean,
Not the Dragon Ball Z. Wait a minute. So you trying to get us canceled already, and I ain't about that.
And see, that was a joke. But see, some people take that and no. But he speaks from just experience. It's not anything that he making up or something like that. He speaks from experience and examples and facts that have happened.
But also too, he had great examples of like Richard Pryor, Paul Mooney, and different people of that era time that spoke strongly but truthfully about situation that's happening and occurring in life. Even though we're kind of off the topic, but it's related to the topic of like the idea of what people consider lazy, offensive, and disrespectful, or things of that nature. It's all plays into a part.
Yeah.
And again, nobody's saying that they can't be comfortable in their own skin and their own wear. It's just the representation of how you present yourself, because we gave a great example of a combination. You can be comfortable but clean at the same time.
Exactly.
You don't have to come in there.
That's what I think the message is. Yeah. Thank you for reeling back in on the message of that, is that we have to at least find that balance. Don't just be lazy 100%.
100%.
And it ain't saying that you have to be put together 100%.
Yeah.
Find the balance and just make sure that when you step out the house, if anybody sees you, somebody who knows your mother, somebody who knows your boss, or whatever the case may be, that if somebody sees you, you're at least decent. We ain't saying you got to be glamorous every time you just step out the house and run out to get the mail or something like that.
Some people about that life though, and they get talked about. Why you gotta put on makeup to the grocery store?
Yeah, exactly. When you go 100%, folks say you're doing too much. So hey,
it's like a double-edged sword.
It's damn if you do, damn if you don't. But at least the representation will never be you look bad if you do it 100%.
That part.
Folks can talk about you all day long, but one thing they never say is they caught you looking bad.
Because I'm just letting y'all know right now, I already gave my warning towards the beginning of the year. Y'all haven't seen me out in public like that, but I'm working on myself. But when I do go out there, I'm on that comfortable, like half and half. Until I decide to go full blown with my look. And y'all gonna see me with some full blown moments. But majority of it is gonna be half and half, because I'm all about that comfort. Mm-hmm. I'm flat footed. I got narrow feet. I can't be wearing these heels 24. I'm just being honest. I can't. If I do, I'm going to point A to point B, and I'm going to sit my happy booty down. looking cute and fine at the same time.
And that's what it's about. That's what
you know,
it's about.
don't ask me to dance. Don't ask me to do nothing unless I'm taking off these shoes and I'm gonna cut a rug.
Well, you can sit down and somebody may dance on you.
I'll be like,
you know, hey,
that'd be me.
You know,
that'd be me. A good chair dance. Hey,
but that's what it's about, because people will appreciate that at least
Yeah.
you came out looking decent,
looking great,
feeling
decent. Great, smelling great. I'm all about them smells. Ain't nothing like a good smelling man. I ain't gonna even much lie.
Hey,
ain't nothing. For my end, my perspective is nothing like a good smelling man.
Well, it ain't nothing like a good looking woman.
Yeah. Not just that, she gotta smell good too.
Bonnet, but we'll talk about that later.
I'm just representing the topic. And so I gotta represent the topic. But I look cute in my bonnet too. Look how I got it laid. I don't have it all in. I could have put all the hair.
Got the baby hair laid down at least. You got a half on, you know.
You know, because I represent it in a cute way.
In a cute way.
Versus like I could have put it all. Could have make it do what it do.
Don't make it do what it do now.
Yes.
Don't Jamie Foxx it now.
Oh, you know, hey.
Ray Charles it.
Hey, but at the end of the day.
But no, Chris, salute, brother, because it takes a lot to come out and speak a strong opinion like that.
Yes.
And whether folks agree or not, at least he came out and spoke his opinion about a topic that is not easy to speak about and can definitely ruffle feathers and offend people.
And I definitely want my outside that's why I love them and respect them, because they definitely come correct and honest. That's why I asked them to come honest. Don't just sugarcoat your feelings. Don't just make it seem like you're trying to appease the masses. You know, just come correct. And if I do so happen to ask, or we so happen to ask, what's your perspective? Don't give me no whole book now. Just give me a slight little paragraph of what you feel and how your stance, and make it honestly truthful. You see, he said about the shit and everything else, and Ghetto Isha and with Beyonce, and my female, she pretty much saying, you know, due to the comfy clothes and everything else, and Doughboy
come up to you, talking about you, but he looking the same too.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's all about perspectives.
But please just remember, let's just try, especially when the elders, I think, come up to you and see something and say, hey, you know, please try a little bit better. You know,
once they become some of them elderly people can be highly disrespectful, you know, because they fear they've been in this world. They can say what they want to say and how they want to say it. But yes, at least give them respect enough to be like, yes, ma'am, yes, sir. But unless I'm going to put a disclaimer. Unless you got them unruly ones.
Yeah, they'd be like, what
they'd be
in
like,
the heck?
Can you mind your elderly business, you know?
And have we come to a society where we need to mind our business?
No, we never gonna mind our
Okay,
business.
good. I was hoping you said that.
We never gonna mind our business. Otherwise, we won't be doing what we doing.
We got
right
to
now.
talk about it. We got to bring it straight for you. So we can't mind our business.
You can't mind our business at the end of the day, but you can be respectful on your stance.
Yes.
You know.
Absolutely. So,
is there anything else you want to chime on or discuss about the bonnet situation and the flip flops?
Well, I think we covered a lot. I think it's the representation. I think it's a pride thing too that we have to look at. When we're out here, we got to have pride in ourselves. If we don't take pride in ourselves, we can't expect nobody else to take pride in us.
You better. You know, definitely got to take pride in ourselves.
You got to take pride in yourself. And that doesn't mean, once again, for the folks who listening way in the back, that don't mean you got to dial it up to the 10th degree.
No, you don't.
That's not what we saying. So please don't mistake that just taking some pride in yourself means you got to come out looking as fabulous as so ever.
Unless you want to.
Unless that's your thing. But we just saying representation. Be mindful of that. Be mindful that you don't just represent yourself when you go out. You represent your family. You represent community. Us as people and as, like you say, community, where you're from. That's all stuff. So we don't want folks to be lazy. We understand there's exceptions to the topic, and there's other things that may come into play. We just talking about be mindful. When you go on job interviews, be mindful that you have to come in there looking
good, decent way.
A decent way.
You know, you can't come out there looking like you from the streets and trying to be in an executive position.
I done done interviews and they come up in there with sweatpants and you don't come to a job interview in sweat attire. So
but in the case, because again, I always try to look outside of what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it might be a scenario they weren't taught. They don't know no better. And maybe due to that example of the interview and you being the interviewer saying, you know what, I would have hired you, but your
you came like this. And I've always tried to take that approach and say, hey, next time you come to a job interview, look like you want the job. You got to have on a suit and a tie. I don't care if it's for picking up trash or it's for counting millions and millions of dollars for an executive or CEO. You got to look a certain way to get it.
If you can't afford a suit and tie, you got a nice little shirt, or a nice shirt, a button-down shirt, or wooden polo shirts, some nice slacks, clean shoes, just clean. Yeah. Look clean. Yeah, look clean. Because again, everybody can't afford certain things, and I respect that and I understand that. But if you take forth an effort to represent yourself in a nice, cleanly way, that's all it takes. Because everybody can't afford a suit and tie. Everybody can't afford a nice little gown or a business attire. But at least if you come in a clean, respectful way and present yourself as far as your skill level and things of that nature, it can take you further than just coming there with saggy clothes on or rollers in your hair or scarf on, unless it's a decorative thing going on with your hairstyle, because we are ethnic. So other than that, if you come in that type of form, I see you going far. But just to come with your sagginess and thinking like everything is all good in the hood, we ain't in the hood. That's all they saying.
You better hope that place is desperate.
Yeah.
Because I've beaten tons of people out of jobs just because we both had the same skill set, but because I came with a suit and a tie. And they remember you as the guy that wore the tie. That's a shame when folks got to remember you for doing the least bit of what you're supposed to do.
And that's facts, because I, as a business entrepreneur myself, I'm just going to be honest. I'm going to look at your attire,
and your appearance. Yes. Because you represent they represent your business.
Unless you doing a role and you trying to portray a character. And that's the only way you look outside of that, if you're trying to pertain a character or portray a character. Because now, because I'm in the entertainment and part of a production, so certain things require certain looks.
Correct. I get you.
So that's the only way, the exception to the rules. Okay. Like if I need a gangster as my role or my part, I need you to come in like hard,
you want somebody who's gonna commit to that character.
So that's the only way I can see is going outside of the norm.
Well, don't do no role like an Ashy Larry role for me or something like that.
I'm gonna put you down for Ashy Larry.
I ain't portraying that role.
Ashy Larry.
You ain't gonna have me out here looking bad.
I'm gonna put you as Ashy Alexander, okay? Ashy Alexander, okay?
Please.
But in the meantime, between time, is there any more else you want to chime on this topic?
No, I think we got it. I think we did it. I think we brought it straight for you. It's up to now. I think our subscribers and people who view this to comment on it and talk about it and see what we can add to it if need be.
You better let them know to subscribe.
Hey,
and hit that like button, notification button.
What? Don't make us shoot. What? Gangster.
But, at the end of the day,
we'll bring it straight to you if we got to. All right? I know this is straight for you, but we'll bring it straight to you.
We be all up in your grill.
All up in your grill.
And don't be surprised, we will. But at the end of the day, now it's that time where we give you the straight for you positive quote.
Ooh.
Okay, so our straight for you positive quote, it's pretty much anonymous, and it says, "Strong people don't put others down; they lift them up. Plain and simple." Again, the positive quote is, "Strong people don't put others down; they lift them up."
Okay.
So that's our positive quote for today, and again, Thank you for being a part
Thank you for having me.
of the Straight For You team.
Thank you. It's good
He
to
is
be here.
our new addition, and I'm so happy to have you here.
Why, thank you.
Yes, and let the people know where they can find you.
Well, you guys can definitely find me on Just Us League Skate Talk,
Okay.
where we have that podcast and we talk about all things involving the skate community, the skate world, topics and issues on there.
Yes.
I'm Ruthless B.K, so you can find me on, you can Gmail, all of that good old stuff, Ruthless B.K, if you want to critique all of this stuff that we have here.
They're coming for your butt.
Well, then let them come.
And
man.
I want them too. Please comment. Thank you.
Come for me. I love it. Like Tommy on Power say, I want all the smoke.
Hey.
Okay? Give me all the smoke. Okay?
Hey.
So I'm with it. But yeah, just look for me. I'm gonna be a big face on here.
Yes.
So I'm ready. Let's do this.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. I love it, honey. And of course, y'all can find me here, of course. And also too, you can find me on Facebook under Straight For You Podcast. And find us, because I'm going to start displaying there now that I have my foundation.
Okay.
I can display their activities more. And also, too, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, under Ms_Black Diamond. That's MZ_Black Diamond. And also, too, I'm getting in the TikTok world. I haven't done as much as I can, but I will get into that. And that's Ms_Black Diamond also. And also I need to start promoting my Twitter. I'm gonna get back on Twitter and start really getting into that.
Too much out here.
I'm just trying to get us out here and expose more. I'm trying to do more, like I stated at the beginning of the year. You don't know what we might have in store, but it's gonna be awesome.
Yes.
And also too, make sure you cop the merchandise. I'm gonna get more into it as the year progresses. Right now, this is my focal point, making sure I have a strong foundation.
Absolutely.
Before I get into anything else, honey.
Gotta have a strong foundation.
Yes, and I'm happy again to have you as part of this foundation.
Hi, thank you.
Yes.
It's so good to be here.
And they're gonna see you quite often.
I look forward to it.
Hey, so on that note, I appreciate all y'all for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, you hit the like button and the notification button, and share. Tell a friend, and tell a family member. Tell them all who we are.
Yes.
And you started with us in the beginning, not the end, because there won't be an end. But anyway.
Now when we get hot out here. Because we already hot, but we going to get hotter.
Hey,
to
but
be the hottest.
You better let them know that you was here from the beginning.
From the jump.
Wow. But at the end of the day, thank y'all for tuning in. See y'all next time. Bye.